Welcome, welcome. It is Dawn with For Grace Creations, and I'm coming at you today with a project I'm working on that I thought I would show you in case, you might want to do this. So what are we making? Well, we are making what I call tea bag embellishments. Oh boy, look at my lighting. I apologize for the shadows today, but I just thought I'm working on these. I would bring you along in case you want to know how to do them. So what do we need? This big thing here. It is a Tim Holtz media mat that when you get stuff on it, you can wash it off. I started out with drinking tea, and then I hang up my bags to dry. I let them dry thoroughly. I open them up and get rid of the tea and kind of brush it out. And what I'm left with are these really cool bags. Not one looks the same. Crazy, right? I've got some black ink that is permanent, and I have an assortment of stamps. I really don't have that many stamps. I've got a jar here of buttons and some lace. Now you could use ribbon, fabric, but I'm just using up some lace scraps I've got sitting here on my desk just to kind of clean my desk a little bit. Now my stamps are clear, so I do have this stamping block. And let's see, I have a few wet baby wipes. Is that all I've got? Oh, no, can't forget our Fabrifix 3-in-1 Fabri-Tac, whatever glue you prefer. So the very first, you saw the first ones that I made with this flower stamp. So that's our prototype. What do we do with this? Anything you want. But one of the things that you could do is, let's say this is your page in your journal. And you could glue this down at the top. The buttons hold it flat. And, they're flat buttons, so they're not going to take up a lot of room. But it's like a curtain. And you just open it up, and you could have writing space under here. You could have a tuck, a pocket, things in it, that kind of a thing. Or there you go, just have it like this. You could glue the whole thing down. Many different things you can do with that. I'm actually working on making sets with 4 in each set, and each one will have a different stamp on them. Like this one here, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then the flowers. So I want to, in my Ko-fi shop, I'm going to sell sets of 4 of them in case somebody wants to use them as journal embellishments and doesn't have the supplies to make them. But I thought I'd jump on and show you how I'm doing it. I do need my stamping block here and figure out what stamps I'm going to use. There's Enjoy Life, beautiful, have a nice day. We've got, ooh, you know what? Let's do a hummingbird. And the hummingbird's little flower. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to see, okay, about where would I want this? Probably like that. And then I'm going to come here and just get them to stick. See? Now they're on there. Oh my, this lighting. Let me turn down the light. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Turn a different light on. Okay. Still a little bit of shadow, but not bad. And then I'm going to take, a drink of coffee real quick. And I'm going to pick my ink pad up and gently dab the stamp like that. Turn it over. Figure out placement. Set it down. and press down. And this is what we have. How adorable is that? So I'm going to set it aside to dry and grab the next one here. And do the exact same thing. Now, when doing this, just keep in mind that we are going to put a little bit of lace or fabric, something like that, at the top. So you want to leave room so that it won't cover your stamps. You know what I mean? And I do set these aside and let them dry for a little bit. I'm afraid if I touch them, I might smear something. So we've got those four setting aside, or set aside, drying. And I'm going to wipe off the ink here. And now I think I want to do some sort of a bird. Let's turn it over so we can see. What bird do I want to do? I think this one here. And again, I'm going to take this and just kind of see, where do I want to place this? Right in the middle? Do we do something with the bird? I say we just start with the bird. Okay. And we'll do 4 of these, and I'm just going to speed up the video while I do this. I want to show you something. I went to do one and it dropped. The bird is not placed right, but watch this. We roll with it. Let's do a few birds because of that. And just kind of make it look like, yeah, that's what we wanted to do. See, that kind of looks cool. Now, that means that the others are not going to be identical, but what we can do is come back and try and make them similar, because I'd like to make 4 packs of these and have them similar, you know, in case somebody might want to buy a few packs that are the same. Do you know what I mean? So there we go. Now we've got 3, and we'll just do that for the rest. All right. These here are dry. So the next thing that we're going to do is choose some buttons to weigh them down. So actually, maybe the first thing we should do is grab a piece of lace, and you can glue this down, or you can sew it straight across. That is totally up to you. I don't want to bust out my sewing machine while I am doing a video. So I'm going to glue this here at the top while I've got you here. And then the hummingbirds and the birds, I will go ahead and finish off camera and take them to my sewing machine. But all of these dragonflies here will be done the same way. The lace, I happen to have enough to make it so that each one has the same lace on it, and, or at least similar. I guess the difference would be, here, I'll show you this way. 2 of them will have this, and 2 will have this. So slightly different. And there is a little bit of a shine to that one. Do you see it? When the light hits it, right? So very similar. So I will do all 4 like that. I'll just do the one right now with you. And so then some buttons. Keeping in mind that's black. We've got some coffee tea color here. Some dark brown tea still stuck on there that's not coming off. And then this is kind of a peach. So, what colors? Do we want to do some black, white, brown? I don't know. Let's do white on this one. And should we do 3? Why not? Okay. And what we do is we just put, oh, that's, pay attention to that's the top, that's the bottom. Put the glue on the bottom and just press it down. Press it down. And this little guy here. And my glue is wanting to lava out. So we're going to try and shut that before it makes too big of a mess. Now, you notice how these are hanging over? When it's dry, I will come back with the scissors and cut it straight. But for now, this guy needs to dry. I'm just going to pull him over to the side. And let's do a hummingbird one. And the hummingbirds are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have 4 hummingbirds, so they will each get one of these. And I think with this one, let's do a couple of browns on each corner. And how about a little clear guy? Should we do a 4th one over here? Like that? So these are, they're either vintage or antique buttons. There is a difference. Anyway, I have some of each. And when you look at them, you can kind of tell by what they're made out of and that kind of thing. I will say, usually I get my buttons at little ma and pa, if you will, thrift shops. You know, the kind where they're benefiting an organization. Like we've got a true no-kill animal shelter here in our town. It is the Ochako Animal Shelter. And they actually have a thrift shop that is, you can donate to, you go and you buy things, and they, occasionally they have, buttons, and they are decent priced. So that's where I get mine. You know, I don't want to do green. Let's do gray this time. My glue is really, really oozing out today. Let's go with black on this side. Yep, there go my dogs. So we have 2, and then let's do a white. What, you say? Another white? Okay. Let's do it. All right. So there's that one that needs to dry. Oh, look at my glue. Oof. Okay. This one is an interesting button. It's got a few different colors, grays and blacks. You do want to make sure that you are using flat buttons if possible. Just because they stick better, you know. They aren't a lumpy, bumpy thing where they're not going to stay down easily. All right, we got that one done. And then let's do this one. How about that guy? That one there. Ooh, this is an old button. And I'm just going to do 3 on that one. Our hummingbirds need to dry. So we'll set those over here. Our birds. Okay. Let's see. I can't get them all in one shot, so we'll do 2 at a time. Anyway, so this is what I'm making, and eventually I will put them up in my Ko-fi shop. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe it might inspire you to do a little bit of just playtime today. So thanks for being here, everybody. Could you do me a favor? Throw in a comment, like this video, and if you haven't already, would you be willing to subscribe to my channel? That would be amazing. And you know what? If you have a channel, I'd love to support you. Let me know in the comments below the name of your YouTube channel. And as usual, please, please, please let me know if you need a behind-the-scenes prayer warrior. I would love to be praying for you. So until later, guys, enjoy your day. Bye-bye.